When they're facing
Instead of coming from the Seattle or King County Council, it starts here on the floor of the Washington legislature, a bill that calls for a regional tax.
It's definitely not a head tax because it's really a high earners tax. So it's an excise tax on business based exclusively on and total payroll related to employees who earn over $150,000 a year.
Small businesses would be exempt unless more than half of their employees earn more than that. The money would be earmarked for housing, homelessness, public safety, and behavioral health services. It already has the support of Mayor Jenny Durkin and County Executive Dow Constantine, who say it's a progressive new funding tool.
Right now, business taxes are authorized at the local city level, and as we have made efforts to really try to look at addressing problems like homelessness, mental health, substance use disorder from a more of a regional perspective.
But County Council member Reagan Dunn says it's a new coat of paint on a bad idea.
There is no specific budgetary gap that we're trying to fill. The Homeless Governance Commission hasn't even met yet to identify what we need to do with respect to housing and homeless governance.
Dunn says it discourages employers from paying higher wages. And if it passes at the state and local levels, the voters will push back.
You know, they can do this in Olympia. They can even pass it out with 5 votes in the King County Council. At the end of the day, it will be the citizens who will run a referendum that will have the last word.
And tonight we reached out to 2 local large businesses, Expedia and Amazon, to hear their opinions. We have not yet heard back. Seattle City Councilwoman Shama Sawant, an outspoken supporter of Seattle's rescinded head tax, said the proposal is still not enough and saying in part, quote, "We will not put our faith in corporate politicians to stand up to bullying from Bezos and his billionaire friends. We will keep organizing and we will win the biggest possible Amazon tax based on the strength of our movement."